Christ was circumcised at what age? After he was 8 days. So it doesn't matter whether utakuwa circumcised at grade 6 December ama ukiwa class 8. That one is neither here nor there. But listen to what I want you to know, and this is very much important. Mkienda huko nje, you'll find 2 types of circumcisers. One is the traditional. Number 2 is the Christian circumcisers, who we are calling them the modern circumcisers. The traditional ones usually say that this meat of man is so holy that it should not be thrown away. So the traditional believes, ikitolewa isitupwe, ikuje ikae na hapa nyuma chini, ishonolewe ikae hapa. Because they felt that, by the way, are you aware? I'm telling you this because, I have done psychology to the doctor, so I know what I'm talking about. Because unaona hii nyama ya penis, it's a very unique meat than even any other part of your body. It is the only meat hata ungeenda kuichoma haichomekangi. Number 2, it is the only meat hata ungepatia pusi ama umbo itafune haiwezi kuwa minced meat. It's a very, I don't know whether I call it tough. It's a very unique meat. Now that's why when wanaenda through traditional circumcision, by the end of the day haka kanyama katafungiliwa hapa. But watu wenye wataenda through modern circumcision, that meat is supposed to be thrown away. Is it clear? Watu wenye wanakuanga circumcised in the doctor, daktari anafaa achukue hizo nyama zote, either azizike somewhere or he should know how to. But they should not be hazifai kurushwa huku because it's a holy meat, it's a holy occasion. That is not what is important. Now, before you get circumcised, now listen here. This is now what I want to teach you because I know you are not circumcised. Before you get circumcised, now listen please. Your penis currently is like this. Please know, every time unaenda kususu, what you are supposed to do ukienda kususu, ndio hii, umesusu. Ukiona umemaliza kususu, the first thing you need to do your penis before. Wacha kususu alafu umeingiza umeenda. You don't do that. Shake pole. Lakini si ati tena ushake kuambia teacher, bado la shake. You don't want to do that. Listen. Listen. Oh, you boys cooperate. I have very little time. You shake so that una make sure hiyo urine yenye imebaki hapo umerudisha your penis back to your boxer when it has no what? It has no urine. For girls, they do it differently. Wao wanatumianga tissue. Boys do not need tissue. They just need to shake. Now listen to me. Hata kama kuna ingine imebaki, naturally kuna bado ingine hubaki kidogo. Na ikibaki inakujanga inaingia huku ndani, inaanza kuform white substances. I don't know whether there's anybody who has seen akiangalia penis yake iko na some white substances. Is it clear? Now that white substances is hiyo ni uchafu. So what you're supposed to be doing every day ni kuchukua kakitaba wet, unapanguza your penis all around. That is how you make sure that your penis is clean. Otherwise, I'm so sure right now, ningewaangalia right now, some of you, your penis are smelling very bad. Kwa sababu number 1, kuna urine imeoverstay hapo, na number 2, there are some wet dreams that are not there. So what you are supposed to do ni unaenda, unafanya haka kagozi katoke kidogo, na ndani, unapanguza this part. It is very bad for you to have those white substances in your penis. Am I communicating? Yes. So keep it clean. Number 3, and this is also something I also want to let you know, please avoid wearing very tight boxers. Your boxers should not be so tight. Unakuta kakijana, seme your body is like this, but your boxer is so tight. When it is so tight, what it does, it suppresses, inakuanga inanyima your penis work, roll to erect and to cool down. So utakuta within no time, hata unaweza grow, erection will become a problem because you wear tight. So make sure that your boxers are a bit loose. Your penis should have a freedom to rise and fall. Rise and fall. Rise and fall. No, let's continue. Mwalimu, now, Get me back to zero. Go, Mwalimu. Now, yeah. Next, now, Mwalimu, next. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Next. Now, let's go for girls. Mutarealize there is now tulikasema na please mshike hapa, the difference between you and girls ni ya kwamba tumeongea mambo ya testosterone, the effect it has for boys. Now, for girls, estrogen inafanyanga girls wakuwe na 3 characteristics. Number 1, their body estrogen develop fats. Yetu tulisema it develops us into muscles, but for girls it develop fats. Then for girls it makes them to be moody. And for girls, instead of wet dreaming, they have what is called monthly periods. Now let's start for fats. So this is a girl mwenye amefika 12 years ni ya kwamba breasts zake hazitakuwa tu nipples, they'll become what? Fatty. So sasa wao watakuwa na tumafuta. So utaona tu girls tukiwa na tu breasts tukubwa. Why? Estrogen makes the breast to become what? Fat. Na fats za girls zinakuanga deposited in 2 areas. They are deposited here and they are also deposited here. Now listen to this, and it's something a lot of boys are never told. According to the nature of God, animals and men, wakishafika miaka 12, for animals it's not like that. Wakishafika testosterone ifike 12 years, what God wanted a man to become is that a man was ready to. Unaona kama nyinyi mkifika 13 years mwanze kucheza na wasichana, you can impregnate girls. Now listen. Because that is the nature of God. Sasa, kuna one of the area that God formed men, and I want you to be very careful about. When the way men are born, so that they can attract female animals for them to produce, is that men are sexually, they are visual animals. Visual animals. Venye Mungu alicreate alijua, mwanaume akikuwa hapa, na mwanamke akiwa pale na mwanamume akiwa hapa, if I want to make them meet so that they reproduce one another, they produce children, I have to put something in a man that I will not put into a woman, so that this man can approach that girl and they can have intimate. So what God did, aliweka hiyo kitu kwa mawazo ya mwanaume na macho yake. And that's why you see a boy, sai utakuwa unaangalia kasichana unashinda umekaangalia hivi. Yeah? Girls are not like that. As we are created to be mental and visual. Like right now, niwaambie, and I think I'll be teaching you about, munikumbushe teach about the difference between the brain of a boy and the brain of a girl. So one of the things I want you to be very careful is your mind. Because tunasema, in the brain of a boy, although girls are emotional, girls are sexual. No, boys are sexual. Where kama sahi mko na a relationship with a girl, all that the girl is having for you are feelings. But for you, all that you are having towards her is sexual attraction. Na tunasema tukisema, if the boy does not take care, this energy can be so draining. But I think I'll be coming to talk about that. So then nikasema, for girls at 12, when boys are wet dreaming, what do girls do? Menstruation start. Boys' hips broaden. What about for girls? No, boys' hips, girls, something like that. That's all that I am talking about. I'll be coming to that next, Marim, because I really want to do something. Naona ni kama. Now this is venye tu tulikuwa tunasema pubic hair grow, penis yako inaanza kugrow na kudevelop. So ukiona penis yako ina grow, there's no problem. Nikawambia, you'll start finding yourself ejaculation. Body changes iko hapo, saa zingine utarealize watu kama sisi unaona tuko na ndevu. This is what is called body development. Na girls tukasema pubic hair growth, to girls tunaanza kutoa tunywele huku, wanaanza kumenstruate, enlargement of uterus. And why the uterus is enlarging? Because those girls at 12, they are very risky. Na naona mnaonanga in those rural areas, katoto kakara 7 kasichana kanapata pregnant. Why? The uterus is now big even to accommodate pregnancy, breast development, and underarm next growth. Mwalimu next, because of time. Now tukasema, and I think I wanted to say something here, only something small. Adolescence is usually classified into 3. Na naona nataka kusema, watu wenye hizi changes nasema zita happen kwenyu, zisipo happen kwako, please don't let it worry you. We have 3 levels of what? Adolescence. The first one is called early adolescence, middle adolescence, and late adolescence. Kuna watu wengine hizi changes nasema zitaanza kwako at 19 years, kwa hawa middle adolescence zinaanzanga 15, kwa early adolescence zinaanzanga kutoka 10 11, and 12. So anybody who is not experiencing that, let that not be a big worry to you. Mwalimu, next, there is something I want to do. Nikaongea mambo ya estrogen na nikaongea mambo ya testosterone. Nikasema estrogen causes the breast to grow, pubic hair to grow, hips to widen and develop. But for testosterone for boys, body hair grows, voice breaks, muscle growth increases. I think that one we had said. There is something I want to deal with as we go. Mwalimu, next. Nikasema, I think, check, boys' testes begin to produce sperm cells. So the reason as to why utakuwa unarealize you are wet dreaming is because now in your testes, that is where sperms zinashinda zikiproduce. So you are not abnormal. It leads to development of breast, causing some pain in boys' breast and some hardness of breast. Did I say that? Yes. Utaanza kusikia uchungu. Kwanza zangu mimi nikiwa form 1, zilikuwa chungu. You know, I don't know why. Saa zingine zinaweza kuwa very irritating. Number 3, it also stimulates ejaculation leading to wet dream and frequent erection of penis. Na wacha nikwambie hivi, please ujue. Hii sijui nitawasaidia aje, lakini it is not usually a very good picture. Saa zile mwalimu amekuita pale mbele na kapenis kako kamesimama hivi. Yeah. My request is this. My request is this. In case in the middle of the lesson, your penis imesimama na unaona ni kama watu watajua, mtu anaingizanga mkono hapo, anakararisha hivi ama hivi. Is it okay? Ukararisha hivi side ya boxer ama ukararishe kamesimama hivi. But usigoge, lala wewe, you don't do that. Yeah? Yeah? Niwaambia, yeah? And then number 2 also, guys, remove your mind there. One of the things I should have told you is that according to the men's psychology, na I think nimesema hiyo kitu ni venye tu nimesema differently. Venye Mungu ameconnect sex about boys and man, your penis is connected to your brain. Yeah? Na nona unaonanga, anytime you are attracted to a girl, and the first place your brain goes, ukiona huyo msichana, the first place your brain runs to is to tell your penis, ndiye yule. Is it clear? So, penis yako inasimama. Yeah? Yeah? So, you need to keep your mind from 3 things. Number 1, avoid overlooking. You know, I have told you this. It is okay to see girls. You can see beautiful girls. Any man can see beautiful girls. But one of the things I want to let you do, look at them. No, see them, but do not look at them. What's the difference when I tell you look at them? For example, to say, assume you are a girl. Come, stand there. Stand there. Stand there. Now, assume, now check, guys. Listen. Assume this is a very beautiful girl. Mwenye listen. Na mimi na umfeel. Is it okay? So nataka tukuje, sikiza, tupitane na wewe. You see, I can see her coming. Is it clear? I cannot close my eyes from seeing her. So kuja tupitane na wewe. So unaona nimemuona? No, Peter. See, I can see her. What I should now not do is go. No. Have a seat. And that is what you need to control most is what is called what? Self-control. Hiyo tu ndio itakusaidia at this level. Because if you follow your brain, I'm telling you, you'll not even, utaonanga msichana mwingine ameingia kwa class, lesson nzima inapotea because of you looking at one girl. It takes discipline to keep yourself that. Hata hapa saa zingine utakuwa unasikia penis yako inakusumbua, unasikia unataka kuiguza, it takes self-control. And I think I'll be talking about that. Tena nikasema angalia ingine, it causes your body hair to grow, voice to break. Not all boys may not experience this, and I think hizi vitu nimesema, may not experience this at the same time due to our body functioning and the level of what? Testosterone. Our bodies may not react the same due to our genes formation and levels of testosterone. Some have high level of testosterone compared to others, and thus there should be no cause of what? Alarm. Exactly. I remember sasa tulikuwa tunaenda kusakamzaiziwa. Those were 1980s. I have never forgotten. We went with one of my neighbors. You know, during our time kukua circumcised tulikuwa tunaenda very far. And I remember that boy, I remember him to date. Alikuwa anaitwa Jenga. We went with him. Alikuwa already 15 years. During our time, he used to be circumcised at 15 years. The penis ya Jenga was so small. I'll never forget that story. Actually, it was this size. Listen. And when unajua during our time mlikuwa mnaingia kwa one room, unasakamiziwa, unagojea huyo mwingine pale. You know, we there was nothing to hide. So, saa zile nao Jengari, mimi nikamaliziwa. Saa zile sasa yeye alikuja, the doctor realized the penis was too small. He avoided circumcising him. Because his was a special case, kwa sababu such a small penis can take the doctor a lot of process. But meeting Jenga today, from what I know, his penis enlarged. What does that mean? Because it takes time. Is it clear? So in case you have a small one, don't let it bother. In fact, nimekuwa nikiona, and I would want you to avoid. Hata siku hizi nimeona hata kwa gazeti. In fact, I wish even we had. Mwalimu, do you have even any newspaper around? I wish we had. Mungeona. Because people think that this one can be addressed, kwa kila gazeti, hata najua gazeti ya leo iko. Utaona watu wengine wameandika kwa gazeti, do you want penis enlargement? So, kuna siku hizi dawa zingine zimetokea, ukikunywa your penis enlarge. But now, let me show you the danger. The men who are going through penis enlargement, they are going. Now, check what is happening. When you take that penis enlargement pills, ama mafuta, your penis will grow bigger like this way. Hata kama ilikuwa inatoshana hivi. But now the biggest thing, ndio sasa inaletanga shida ni ya kwamba, although the outward enlarges, but your veins remains the same. So, when these men have erected, their veins inakuanga stretched. And that is why those men die of blood pressure. Because the vein have been stretched. Wanasikianga ni kama ni kuvunjika, wanavunjika because... Nani akona branda? Do you have anybody mwenye akona? Hey, do you have? You don't have, eh? Yeah, bring, I show you. Yeah, something like this now. You see, kama veins zako za penis zilikuwa zinakaa hivi. Now you can imagine your penis outward has been enlarged, but your veins have not, because nobody can enlarge veins. So zinakuanga hivi all the time when you erect. So inakuanga ni kama inataka kukatika every time you, and those men end up dying of what? Blood pressure. What am I saying? Please avoid sexual drugs. They are not good for any boy, neither are they good for any man, because they are making you to function the way you are not supposed to function. Next, mwalimu, I hope I'm coming out to answer their question. Body shape tukasema, saa zingine boys will gain weight, other shoulder muscles get bigger. Alafu kitu ingine utakuja kurealize is what is called what? Adam's apple. This is your earnings of voice box getting larger. It is just, don't worry, it is just a place where your voice is getting. Penis get longer and wider, testes gets larger, breast looks like they are developing a bit. Mwalimu ingine, because we are almost finishing our first session, that one we have dealt with. Now, I think tukasema, saa zingine you'll broaden here, which is okay, there's no problem with that. Some of you will even, like now all of you, sasa naona munakaa hapa. Na mimi nakaa hivi. Yeah, you get? Exactly. Next. Mwalimu, next. And I think we talked about that. Now, because we don't fear, I want to take questions for now before I answer those questions. Now, there's something mwalimu alisema. I loved something the teacher alisema. There are no girls here. Even these teachers we have here are men. So even some of them will contribute to the answers that I'll be giving. Now, would you want to write your question or ask? Right. Higher. 3 minutes, right then. because you are playing with it too much. So stop putting your hands there. Know that once in a while the muscles will increase. But in case you realize that swelling is becoming too painful, that means there is an infection. See a counselor, and that's why some of us are here. Enda kwa daktari akwambie if you are normal. But if it is once in a while, it is because the muscles are developing. Why are we shy to tell girls about our feeling? I'll be talking about that because even, leave alone you being shy, there are also some girls who are attracted to you, hata wameniambia, but they're also shy to tell you. Is it okay? How not to be rejected by a girl? Now, listen, a very good question. Girls, just like you, there are some girls who will approach you, and because you don't feel them, they also don't feel you. So feelings are two ways. Saa zingine wewe unampenda na yeye hakupendi. Na kuna wengine wanakupenda na wewe huwapendi. Na kuna also some girls who have principles that I will never date when I'm primary school because that dating is not going anywhere. So it is because you have approached a girl who is principled enough, she is not interested in dating. And every time you go to approach a girl, you should expect two answers. Yes? No. Exactly. Ukiambua no, kanyanga teke uende. Is it clear? Number 3, how do I become a nice guy to a girl? You don't need to be a nice guy. Become friends. Because you see, guys, right now, it's not that even you need to do anything. What you are going through is sexual attraction. That is not love. Just be yourself. Don't pretend to be somebody you are not. Form friendships and avoid getting into relationships that you are not mature for. Another one, why does John Kamau stand up when he sees pretty girls? John Kamau tulisema he is connected to the brain. So what you need to do is you can see a girl but don't look at the what? The girls. I think tulisema hivyo na tukasema that. Kuna mtu mwingine ameuliza why do boys feel like doing sex when they are 12? Tulisema why? It is because their testosterone level grows from 40% to what? 700%. Exactly. If boys have erections, what do girls have? Girls also have erection, but girls have it in terms of wetness. Wewe yako inasimama, but girls in their vaginal walls, they become wet. Is that okay? Yes. Hiyo sitajibu, kuna jibu nimeona nimeulizwa hapa. Can I answer it or can I not? Answer. Sasa tunasema answer, you don't know which one. Let me answer. Ameniuliza, what is the work of condom? Now let me say this. Condom is meant for the married people who, in case they want to have what is called birth control, such that anytime you release your sperm, instead of them going out, they just enter the sperms, they zinakaa kwa condom, sasa zinakuwa ni kama hazikuenda kwa mtu mwingine. So it is usually there, number 1, to prevent getting another person pregnant, and number 2, they are also there to make sure that in case the other person is sick, HIV or STIs, it prevents you. However, condoms are not for boys. Condoms are for men. And not for every man. And that's why there are no condoms for small sizes. Condoms are big sizes because they are for men. That's what I'm talking about. So any boy who has a condom is a confused boy. Is it normal to have crushes at this age? Very normal, but not advisable. You see, it is normal, but not what? Advisable. That's what I'm talking about. Is it normal for a boy to have 1 million in crush? Yes, but not advisable. Is it normal for you people to drive cars? Yes, but it's not advisable. That's what I mean. Is it okay now? When can a man marry a woman? At 25, 27, when you have 3 things. Number 1, when you have a job, when you have matured, and when you have your own house. It is immoral to have sex in your parents' bedroom. Actually, it is a curse. It's wrong. Very bad. The best. When we were boys, listen, when we were boys, I remember something our father told us, that when should a boy have sex with a girl? When that boy can afford his own bed. So that in that bed, in case that girls get pregnant, it shows you can take care of the child. If you cannot afford a bed, you should not even afford to even think about what? Sex. Is that okay? So I think that one is okay. So the only person you should have sex to is your... Now, not me, I have never taught anywhere I have gone. I have never taught ABC. And you know what ABC means? A, abstain. B, be faithful. C, use condom. Me, I cannot advocate for this for 3 reasons. Number one, first of all, I only advocate for A, abstain. B, you cannot tell me you want to be faithful to a person who is not your wife. You only become faithful to your wife because these girls are not your wives. So who are you becoming faithful to? Number C, you cannot tell me to use condom because anytime I tell boys to use condom, then I should not have told them to do what? Abstain. So to me, the rule remains A. Me, B, and C, I don't know about them. You can think about them, but for me, I will never tell you to be faithful, not to use condom. Here, there's none of your wife. By the time unafika secondary, you'll find so many other girls. By the time umeenda university, you'll find many girls. How many people will you be faithful to? Yeah. So, now, why are girls always disturbing? Tukasema, even tulikuwa tunaweka picha hapa tulisema, the same sexual development changes you are going through, the girls are going through. The question is not whether girls are disturbing. The question is, why are you entertaining them to disturb you? What a boy should do is you come to the girl and you told her, thank you, Mary. Na usimwaibishe mbele ya class. Don't do that. Become a gentleman. Enda umwambie, Mary, ama Suzy, tunaweza onana na wewe after class. Listen, I'm talking tomorrow you'll be what? A man. Suzy akikuja umwambie, hi Suzy, nimeona ni kama you are attracted to me. Mimi wacha tu nikwambie sitaki tukosane na wewe na sitaki kukuaibisha na sitaki uone kama niko na madharau. For me as a man, I wanted you to know, first of all, me appreciate when you admire, but for now, Mary, I am not interested in having a girlfriend. For now, I am focused on academics. Thank you so much. Na usikasirike, that is me. God bless you. Goodbye. It's okay for girls. Listen, it is okay when girls approach you. They are also human like you. I've told you, number one, 3 ways to handle girls who approach you. Number one, be courteous. Never be rude. Even don't tell them I like you as a friend, but I don't like you as a lover. Goja. Na mzoe kukongwa coffee. No problem. Number 2, as a man, tell her, there is no problem with us being friends, but I want us to keep boundaries. Number 3, Ama you can even tell her, depending with the way you see her moods, you can tell her, give me time, I'll come and give you answer. Let me think over it. Over that, she'll get tired and she'll move over. Please allow me to move to the question. Kuna mtu hapa amesema, when are you allowed to date? The best time to date is at the university, because at that particular time, you are mature and you are responsible in case anything happens. So in case you are dating right now, you are doing the wrong thing. Now kijana ameuliza maswali mingi. The second question, should you oil your penis? Now that is masturbation. Yeah? 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 Yeah, but I'm saying you should not oil your penis. Maybe you are oiling it just as a normal the way unaji-oil body, but you should not be oiling your... Can sleeping with a girl lead to sexual intercourse? Now, I know what you mean, sleeping in the same bed. I would request you at your age, and I'll even tell your parents that, in case some of you are sharing your bedrooms with your sisters, it is very wrong to do that. Yeah? Now you are mature, your bodies have matured, you should not even be sharing beds with your sister. I wish... Sijui kwa nini sikuelewa hiyo mwalimu. Hizi mbili sikuzielewa. Tukasema why are relationship not allowed? Because you have not matured enough to want. You don't just get into relationship just because you are grown big. You get into a relationship because you have matured. So right now you are not mature to handle girls. You are not even mature to understand yourself. Let sexual excitement not make you get into that. If you feel you want to scratch the area near your penis and there is no hair, what does that mean? It means the hair is growing. You know, hair inaanzanga kumea na ndani. It is coming gradually, it will be there. Is it okay to have a girlfriend but no sexual behavior? I would say no. Because you see, nobody wakes up in the morning saying, I'll have sex today. It is your body that gets attracted to the girl. Me, I would want you all to treat all girls the same, befriend all of them, and don't have a special attachment to one of them. Because that is how every relationship started as an attraction. So me, I would not advocate for that. How do you control shyness over girls? You just believe in yourself. You just avoid negative thoughts towards them. You just avoid seeing girls as sexual objects. You just see them the way you can talk to the boy and the way you can talk to a girl. Hizi zingine mwalimu naona unwekea ka slide kengine nimeongeza hapo. Yes. I answer them. Go to the next slide. I think I have saved. Have you seen I have tried to save them? The slides. Let me say something nimeona. This one, yes. No, let's start now with slide 3. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Now let's talk about this. There are 7 kinds of relationship I want to make you aware of. Number 1, there is a relationship we usually call what? Infatuation. What is infatuation? Infatuation is when you feel, listen, sexually attracted to a girl. Sexually attracted to girl. So majority of you may think there are those girls that you love. The ones you are calling girlfriends. They are not girlfriends. Admit with yourself, those are sexual feelings towards a particular girl. My request would be this. Number 1, kindly don't let this one grow. Because this one is usually a vapor. Because by the time itaisha, it will have wasted your time, it will have wasted your energy, and it will have wasted you. Because it doesn't last long. So what is a boy supposed to do? Number 1, avoid too much contact with that girl. Avoid too much communication with that girl because whatever you are developing in the first case is not real. The second one is attraction. Nikasema, it is normal to feel attracted to a girl. But mimi nashindanga nikiambia boys, by you opening a door to that relationship, you are even opening a door to so many responsibilities. Nashindanga nikiambia watu, anytime you open a door to your room, you give entrance to so many things. Both the good things and what? The bad things. So kushinda ukimfikiria, that energy of becoming jealous about that girl, that energy of becoming possessive, that energy of thinking sex about her, dreaming about her. So me, I want you to do this. Cross that door and maintain that friendship as a boy and a girl relationship and not more than that. Number 3, something I also want you to do. Please avoid watching pornography. Na nikasema hapa na nitasema hapa, brain ya mwanadamu yeyote inakuanga in 2 forms. It has what we usually call the conscious, and then it has what is called what? The subconscious. The conscious is what I'm using right now. The subconscious is where memories are stored. So anytime una watch porn, hiyo porn ukiwatch, it does not go to the conscious, it goes to where? The subconscious. Na unaonanga, watu wenye wamewatch porno mingi, the greatest challenge wanakuanga nayo, it is how to come out from that addiction. Because all those pictures as you walk every day, those pictures are kept in your what? No, I'll answer baadaye. They are kept in what? In your subconscious mind. In fact, tunashinanga tukisema as who do psychologists, I would rather advise a drug addict than a counseling addict. So what do you do, guys? Tell your eyes and your brain, I will not watch pornography. By the way, I have purpose in my heart. I will never watch it because the damage it does to your brain is more than anything. Watu wanadhanianga ati ukiwatch porno, it is your eyes watching. All these pictures are stored in your subconscious mind. And let me tell you, these pictures will never come from that. I remember there's a boy who was very addicted to Form 2. Actually, I'm talking of a boy who was in Form 2. He was watching pornography every day. So, and what the parents did, parents walikuwa wamemfungia kwa nyumba because they wanted him to work hard. Do you know he ended up raping the sister? Yeah, and you know it is because there are those negative images that are keeping protruding and his body is bad. So me, I'm telling you, many of the porn addicts end up becoming rapists because that energy is so much stimulated within your body. So me, I'm saying avoid pornography. Number 4, nikasema in case, na hii ni kitu nataka kusema hapa, nilisema nitawaambia. In case you have ever been sexually abused, please see me before I leave here. Sexually abuse ni kumaanisha either your house girl wako ama a lady in your home amekuwa akikuguza your penis. Because until you deal with that, let me tell you, your self-esteem will remain crushed. Hii sitasema ati mchukue mkono, but kuna watu wengine unakuta house girl wenyu mamako akienda job, anachangwa anakuguza. In case some of us have gone through sexual abuse, you need to see a counselor. Is that okay? Number 5 is sexual fantasizing. Sexual fantasizing inakuanga pale unakuta mtu ako daro, lakini kuna kasichana fulani unaandikianga tuleta. Ukiwa home, kuna kasichana fulani you do either texting. If it is not texting you are doing sexting. Texting is where you are sending to her love messages. Sexting is where you are talking about sex and sending her nude photos. I want to say this. It is wrong to fantasize because you see, by the end of the day, I told you this attraction will affect your academic performance, it will affect your concentration in class, and it will even affect your mental well-being. Ingine nikawaambia masturbation. What is masturbation? Pale mtu anashindanga akiguza penis yake for sexual fantasy and excitement. How do you stop masturbation? 5 things. Number 1, keep your mind busy. Because sex starts at the mind. Keep your mind busy. As long as your mind is busy, your penis will not keep erecting. So much idle people, their penis. So ukiona penis yako ime-erect, try to keep your mind engaged. Uko feel, itaisha. Number 2, keep your hands away from your penis. Sijui kwa nini, sijaikuta mtu amejiweka mkono na huku nyuma, lakini anaekanga na huku mbele. You must purpose and say, penis, it's not for there to be touched, na kushinda umeishika. Number 3, keep your soul clean. Keep your soul clean. As long as your soul is clean, you don't even feel it right to do this. Number 4, guys, and I think this is also number 5, grow up. Realize that there is no fun that you get by touching yourself. Number 5, and I think this is also something I also want you to be careful about, is what we call lustful brooding. Unakuta mtu, na nimeona hata question nyingi zikielekea hapo, mtu anasema, I would want to have sex very soon. I'm feeling like having sex. You see what you are doing? You are giving sexual thoughts a place that is called a brooder. You are entertaining those thoughts. What you should say, I have purpose to keep pure. I know I'll be tempted. I know I will feel like, but I want to keep my mind and my body pure. Number 3, guys, second last ya mwisho, guys, is what we call obsession. Unakuta kajamaa kuna haka kasichana. And there's a boy, when I came to your school last time, there is a boy I found like that. Tulikuwa naye pale kwa field. I think sasa ndio wako class 8, I hope so. Maybe nitakakuta. That boy kalikuwa kameingia obsession nyingine na msichana wa class 8. Kakasema mimi teacher, umefanya vizuri umekuja. I have tried to forget that girl nimeshindwa. And the boy was even crying. Now, the worst mistake was the girl was not interested with the boy. The boy was crushed. The boy of this school, I'm talking about this school. That is what we call obsession. The boy alisema, aki mimi nisipofanywa counseling, mimi hata KCP sitafanya. People who get obsessed can even go to an extent of even killing themselves. There was a case in Naivasha I saw. It was in the newspaper another day. You know, 2 cases. There is this boy mwenye aliambiwa na msichana wake alikuwa anasomea Eldoret Polytechnic. Msichana akamwandikia message akamwambia, I am no longer interested with you. The boy was in Nairobi West. Alitoka na gari ya babake kutoka Nairobi West to Eldoret na shoka. Akaenda kuua msichana wake na shoka na alimuua. I saw another one in Naivasha. Kijana ameambiwa na msichana hamtaki, alienda akaua msichana na akajiua. It is dangerous to be obsessed to one particular girl. All these girls should be your friend, and there is no girl who is special than the other. Na ukiona imekusumbua sana, go to one of your closest teacher, umwambie teacher, please, I want to deal with these feelings inanisumbua. Teacher, si unihamishe hii class so that I don't regularly see this girl as many times as possible. So when you feel you're obsessed, you need to control it, because if that girl says no, that thing can break you, because obsession is very dangerous. It have made boys to do things they never wanted to do. It even have turned friends to frenemies. Do you know what are frenemies? Frenemies. They were friends, but now they become what? Very great enemies. And I have seen that case. It was even in the Bible. Then there is also something that is called gayism. You need to realize nowadays you don't need to trust every boy that comes across your way. Na saa zile mtaenda junior secondary school borders, I would request you by the mercies of God to look for 4 things and avoid them. Number 1, avoid boys who are writing letters to you telling you you are handsome and you look good. Don't reply those letters. Number 2, avoid bed sharing when you go to high school. Ukiona kijana wa form 3, kijana wa form 2, ameanza kukuja na kuambia murade na yeye, please avoid it. Number 3, avoid fantasy with boys. Kijana anakuja anakuguza and you are not reporting it. Avoid it. Anytime you see those signs happening, avoid it. Number 4, avoid being in a company where you can be raped by boys. There is a case I'm dealing in my office. This boy, in fact, he was raped in church, unfortunately. I'm talking the truth. Listen, walikuwa ameenda kesha. You know, the boy is very new. Venye unaweza enda ushago kwa your grandmother. The boy went to the kesha, akaambua si tuende home saa hizi. And the boy kuenda, akaripua with 3 other boys plus the cousin. Some of your cousin also may not be as clean as you may think. So, please, can you be careful? The boys you keep company with, can you be careful with them? Also, avoid taking gifts from male adults. Unasema mtu ni mwanaume, maybe nikiateka kwenyu, ama maybe it is an uncle, avoid. Na kama possible, avoid easy going to sleep to your cousin's place as often as possible. As long as you don't know them well, avoid continuous contact. Yeah? Because your cousins have friends. And then lastly, avoid just remaining in one room with a man you do not know. A lot of time utakutanga your mom and your dad wameenda job, wamekuacha na caretaker. Please know, there are people are wicked nowadays. Is it okay? And then number 3 nikasema avoid flatter. If you see ukienda junior secondary school, you realize there's a boy who is flattering with you, anashindanga anakuja nakupatia sweets, anakuja nakutreat vizuri, ndiye hata anataka kukufulia nguo. Those are signs that something is coming. When you know, all that God, by the way, I want you to see this, I wish I can even finish with this on gayism. Look at me. Look at me the way I am. Everything that God gave man is for exit, not for entrance. The penis is for releasing, not for receiving. The anus is for releasing, not entering. So by God's design, a man was not supposed to be entered into. Na hiyo kitu nimesema. So, hata kama the country will legalize it, the God's design is that your anus is for exit, not for entrance. So, mnaonanga hata saa zile tunakuanga mko na gari, kuna hii pipe inatoanga smoke. Exhaust. This is an exhaust. Ushaiona ati babako akisema gari haina maji anaekea maji kwa exhaust? Have you ever seen that? Is it okay? Ya mwisho because of our time I have 7 minutes to go. Mwalimu, the next slide nimalizane nayo so that how do you handle relationships in schools, because they will come. 1, do not ask girls for relationship. You are not mature for it. Sisi wote tukubaliane hapa, no boy who is, the only time a boy is mature to engage in relationship, because relationships also don't come with gifts also, they come with consequences. Number 1, a girl can get pregnant. Number 2, a boy can get STIs. Number 3, there are so many dangers that can happen. So you are not right for it. no boy here. Na to agree hapa, hiyo ndio rule. Girls can become friends, but nobody should have what? A lover in this school. Number 2, seek teachers counseling in case of obsessive girls or obsessive boys. Seek help. Ukiona kuna msichana mwenye ameshinda tu, anaonekana hata ni kama anaumia because umemkataa. Instead of kugojea usirapue kama ni uko hivyo mnasirapua. Look for a guidance and counseling teacher. Uambie that girl, I understand how you feel. Nilikuwa na kurequest twende na wewe kwa teacher atusaidie because me I'm not interested, na nikukwambia hivi utakasirika. I think you need help. Number 3, guys, be friends and avoid cuddling and kisses. Anytime umekiss msichana ama umempek, the feeling that touch, you will not forget it within a very short time. I don't know how it comes. Every time you kiss a girl, the first girl you kiss or the first girl you touch, those feelings will keep disturbing you for the rest of your time. Stay away from the girls and keep boundaries. Number 4, avoid gaze traps. Na nikawaambia mkuwe very careful. Traps, yeah. Nowadays, see atunaona boys wakicheza pahali, unaenda unawajoin and you do not know them. Now, the gays we are having today are so many. So you need to be very careful, very careful. Na hii, please muangalie. I am dealing in my office so many boys who have been raped, and I'm feeling very sorry for that. Don't just meet strangers you do not know. Don't go to strange places alone. And in case you go to high school and you are sodomized, please can you report it earlier? Now, usinyamazishwe. We had a case in one of the school along Jogoo Road where a boy was sodomized. He never reported. Sodomized again, he never reported. Should not be like that. And that's why sodomized is where a boy comes, forces you to anakupaka nini mafuta na huku nyuma anakupenetrate. Yeah, by force. Sodomy is whereby people are using force. It is sex without what? Consent. It is gazing without consent. Number 4, guys, avoid watching pornography. They affect your subconscious part of the brain. Nikawambia, anytime you watch pornography, the problem with pornography is that those image sticks with you. In fact, I usually nasema, mtu akivuta what? Na hata sigara, smoke utoka. Mtu akiwatch porno, the images remains with you for the rest of your life. It does not do any good to you. Number 7, seek counseling in case of any sexual abuse history. Kama ukiwa mdogo kuna pahali you are abused, please come and share. We want to help you to overcome that thing we call trauma. Lastly, divert sexual energy to sports. If you can get your body busy, you will have very little time to think about girls and everything. Finally, keep your heart and soul godly and pure. One of the verse I love, I think it must be Psalms 91 in Asemanga, how can a young man keep his ways pure? By taking and hiding the word of God in him. When you carry God, Satan has no place within your body. Lastly is what? Make it your goal to abstain. That even siku ile utajikuta have sex, you will be so much guilty because that has not been your goal from the word go. God bless you. Asanteni sana, tutakutana afternoon.